Hey everyone, and welcome to this super special animated edition of The Explainer. Today, we're opening up a classic storybook to explore an absolutely fantastic fable, The Honest Woodcutter. We're going to break down this magical tale and figure out exactly what makes someone a true hero. Okay, let's dive into this. So picture this. Imagine you're standing all alone in a forest, and suddenly someone holds out this incredibly shiny, sparkling golden axe right in front of your face. I mean, it's obviously super valuable, right? But you also know for a fact it isn't yours. What would you do? Would you actually take it? It's a massive decision, and honestly, it's exactly the wild problem our main character faces today. All right, let's meet our two very different characters. Over here is our woodcutter. He's really humble, super honest, and he's out there working hard every single day just to buy food. And then we have the magical river spirit, wise, kind, and completely fair. The spirit really understands human nature and, well, loves to test people's character. So when these two cross paths, it sets up the ultimate test. Things escalate so fast this morning. At 8 a.m., the woodcutter is just working hard, chopping away. But at 10 a.m., total disaster strikes. His old iron axe slips right out of his hands. Splash! It sinks super deep into the river. And without that axe, he literally can't work or buy food. The stakes are just incredibly high here. But wait, right at 10:05 a.m., the water starts to glow. The river spirit appears out of nowhere, and by 10:10 a.m., the golden test officially begins. The spirit dives down into the water and brings up this magnificent, glittering golden axe. And the spirit asks, "Is this your axe?" Now, let's use this little decision tree to pause and think about his choice. Okay, so if the woodcutter says yes, he's lying. That causes a bad effect. It's definitely the incorrect path. But if he says no, he tells the truth, the correct path. And guys, even with so much gold on the line, he chooses the truth. He just shakes his head and says, "No, it is not mine." But the spirit isn't done. He tests him again, this time pulling up a shiny silver axe. And again, the woodcutter simply says, "No, it isn't mine." Finally, the spirit dives down and brings up his plain, old, rusty iron axe. The woodcutter's face just lights up. He smiles so happily and shouts, "Yes, that's my axe." And this brilliantly illustrates his true character. He was perfectly content with what actually belonged to him, staying totally calm and honest even when he was tempted by massive, massive riches. Because he chose the truth, the spirit was just incredibly pleased. And get this, as a reward for his absolute honesty, the woodcutter was allowed to keep all three axes. Yeah, gold, silver, and iron. Now this honesty moral mind map really breaks down why that happened. His simple choice to tell the truth branches out directly to earning trust, proving his genuinely good character, and ultimately getting this wonderful reward with a very, very grateful heart. Which brings us to a really beautiful, timeless lesson. Honesty is the best policy. Always tell the truth, even when nobody is watching. You know, the woodcutter could have so easily lied and just walked away with that gold. But true integrity, that shines brightest when you make the right choice all on your own. So how do we actually use this fable today? I mean, you're probably not going to drop an axe into a magical river anytime soon, right? But think about it. What if you find a shiny, brand new pencil at school when nobody else is looking? Saying no to temptation means handing it over to the teacher. Or maybe you make a mistake and spill some juice on the rug. Telling the truth right away is exactly like claiming your plain iron axe. Or even returning extra change a shopkeeper handed you by mistake. These are your real everyday choices. So, the really crucial point here is this. We don't just practice honesty to get physical prizes or shiny things. The true rewards are earning people's trust, having total peace of mind, and keeping a clean conscience. Honestly, those values are way more precious than gold or silver. The honest woodcutter went home happy because he knew exactly the kind of good person he was. So, I want to leave you with one big thought to take away from this explainer today. How will you show your honesty today? Thank you so much for exploring this awesome story with me, and I'll catch you next time.